Okay, guys, in this lesson about dimensional analysis, you are going to need a calculator because we are going to be converting units of measure. We're going to use what I call a mathematical bridge to get our answers, but you will need a calculator for sure. So, dimensional analysis is just a problem solving method that converts units of measure into equal measures of different units, such as 2 gallons is the same as 32 cups, or 300 centimeters is equal to 3 meters. We are going to use what we call a conversion factor to convert. Conversion factors consist of a ratio where your denominator and numerator are equal. The conversion factors are ratios that are always equal to 1. So here are some examples. You can see that 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. 1 yard is equal to 3 feet. 1 mile is the same as 5,280 feet, and so on. And you do not need to memorize these. You will be given these charts. Now, sometimes you're going to need to use the reciprocal of these. So sometimes you may need the feet on the top and this 1 mile in the denominator. It just depends on how you set up your equation. And again, we do not need to memorize these because you will be given these charts. I've got my charts right here in front of me. And this last little chart is going from the metric to customary. So, for example, it talks about how much a kilometer, about how many miles that is. These are not exact, just an estimate. And 1 mile is the same, or 1 meter is about 1.0936 yards, and so forth. So we will definitely need to be using these when we change from metric to customary. And then we have our time. Now most of us know all of the times, but sometimes there's little tricky ones. And this one's hard to see here. It's kind of hidden, that little 365. So that should be a 3. It's just kind of hidden behind there. 0.25 because of leap year, or the weeks. A lot of times we associate there's 4 weeks in a month, but well, there's a little bit more because some months have more days than others. So, and the same thing like I was just saying. So 30.4 days is a month. So again, we will be using these tables to help us. So the main thing is I just want you to know how to set up the problem, and then we'll take our calculator and actually calculate it. So the way I like to teach it is you're going to start with what you have. We have 20 weeks. So I'm going to start over here. So I have 20 weeks, and I want to work my way until it equals some amount of seconds. And so, and again, I just don't want you to use in a calculator to get your final answer. I will want to see your bridge. So we're going to make a bridge of our unit, our conversion units. And let me see. And so I am going to start out with our conversion unit, our ratio that's going to equal the same thing. Because remember, you can multiply anything times 1. That's mathematically legal. So 20 weeks. So I want to go from weeks to seconds. So I want to get rid of weeks. So I'm going to put my weeks down here. So I know 1 week is the same as 7 days. So now I can mark out the unit of weeks. Then I'm going to mosey on down, and I'm going to go from, I'm getting smaller and smaller. And so 7 days, so I'm going to put 1 day in the denominator. 1 day is the same as 24 hours. So I can mark out the unit day. So I'm trying to get to my unit is seconds. Next, I'm going to put the hours in the denominator so the hour units cancel. So 1 hour is the same as 60 minutes. So see how this ratio equals 1? So I'm going to cancel out, and yes, I want to see you canceling these units out, and I'm almost to the unit that I am trying to get to, which is seconds. Then 1 minute, and again, I'm putting minutes in the denominator because I put them in the opposite place of what I'm wanting to cancel, is the same as 60 seconds. Now I have reached my destination. So now we're going to multiply all of my numerators and then all of my denominators, which I'm just going to put equals here. And so this is going to be 1 all the way across. And I'm going to take my calculator and I'm going to multiply 20 times 7 times 24 times 60 times 60. And that gives me some large number. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3. So that looks like 12,096,000 seconds divided by 1 gives me back just that number. So that's how many seconds is in 20 weeks. Okay, now we're going to go from 60 cups to see how many gallons. So I start with what I know, 60 cups, and I want to work my way to gallons. So we're going to find our ratio, and we want to get rid of cups. So we're going to put cups in the bottom, and we're headed to gallons. So cups here, right here. So we can start with 1. Where is our cups? We don't want to go to fluid ounces, so we can start with 2 cups is 1 pint. So we can go from cups to pints to quarts to gallons. So 2 cups, and I'm going to put the cups in the denominator because I want to cancel these units. So 2 cups is the same as 1 quart. Now we need to go from quarts to gallons. So I'm going to say that there are 4 quarts is the same as 1 gallon. So quarts cancels in quarts. So look, I've reached my goal of my unit. So gallons. So now we're going to multiply across 60 times 1 times 1. That gives me 60. And then 2 times 4 is 8. And then we divide this out. 60 divided by 8 gives me 7.5. So 7.5 gallons. 60 cups is the same as 7.5 gallons. Now we're going to convert inches per second to miles per hour. So we're converting inches to miles. So that's 1. And then we have to convert seconds to hours. So let's start with what we know. We know we have 3 inches per 1 second. So let's just focus on our inches, but let's write down what we're headed toward. We want miles per hour. So we're going to convert inches first, and we're going to miles. So we know that there are 12 inches in 1 foot. Cancel, cancel. Now, we know that there are 5,280 feet is 1 mile. So I'm going to cancel my feet. And look, I've reached this part of the goal, miles. Now we need to go back and convert seconds to hours. So this time, when I make this conversion factor, I'm going to put seconds in my numerator so they cancel. So we're going to go from seconds to feet. I'm so sorry, seconds to minutes. It's been quite a long day, guys. So I have 60 seconds is the same as 1 minute. So I can cancel seconds. And now I need to cancel minutes. So I'm going to put this conversion factor is going to start with minutes in the numerator. There are 60 minutes in 1 hour. Cancel, cancel, and I've reached my destination of miles per hour. And now we're going to multiply straight across in our numerator and denominator. So I have 3 times 60 times 60 gives us 10,800 divided by 12 times 5,280. So it looks like 63,360, and now we're going to divide that out. And that gives a very strange number, and I'm just going to round to the hundredth. So 0.17 or 1700th miles per hour. So that was a very slow moving object. Okay, now we're going from the customary to the metric. So this is definitely going to be handy for me. So we're going to start with 24 cups, and we want to go to liters. So let's see on here. We have teaspoons and quarts, teaspoons, milliliters. Here we have a liter and a quart. So why don't we convert cups to quarts and then use this to go from quarts to liters. So that will be the jump for the customary to the metric. So let's go from cups to quarts. So I know that there are 2 cups in 1 pint. Then I know there are 2 pints in 1 quart. So now I'm at quart, and I can use this ratio, but I need the 1 quart in the denominator, so quarts can cancel. And then I have about 0.9464 liters, and that's my goal. I wanted to get to liters, so I went from cups to liters. Now we're going to multiply straight across. So we have 24 times 0.9464. I'm just going to jump down here and write it here. Divided by 4, because 2 times 2 times 1 is 4. So we'll say about, and I'm going to I'll round to the 10th this time. So 5.7 liters is the same as 24 cups. Convert 6 miles per 40 minutes to feet per hour. So I have 6 miles per 40 minutes. And we want to get to feet per hour. So again, let's do our length first. So we know that 1 mile is the same as 5,280 feet. So that just took 1 conversion factor, and we've reached this part of our goal. Now we want to go to minutes to hours. So we know we got to get rid of minutes. So we're going to put it in our numerator. They have to be in opposite locations. So 60 minutes is the same as 1 hour. And we have reached this goal. We have feet per hour. So now we're just going to multiply straight across. So I'm going to have 6 times 5,280 times 60 equals some very large number divided by, looks like 40. So we end up with 47,520 feet per hour. Now we have 20 quarts per second, and we want to get to gallons per hour. So we have 20 quarts per 1 second, and we want to get to gallons per hour. So quart to gallon, that's not going to be too difficult. So we can go from quart to gallon easily. We know there are 4 quarts to 1 gallon, and bam, got that done. Now, seconds to hours, again, easy peasy. 60 seconds is 1 minute, and 60 minutes is 1 hour. Again, bam, we got it. Gallons per hour. Multiply straight across. 20 times 60 times 60, 72,000 over 4. So divide that by 4, and about, let's see, 18,000 gallons per hour. Okay, last one. Jamie has $40 for gas. Her van gets 15 miles per gallon. Gas costs $1.80 per gallon. How many miles can she travel with $40? So the question is, we want to know miles. And what are we starting with? Money. So we have 40 bucks. So we got to get it to miles. So we know how many miles can we go in this $40. So we want to cancel out money. So let's start with this conversion factor. So the $1.80 goes in the denominator, and $1.80 equals 1 gallon of gas. So you can get 1 gallon for $1.80. I want to cancel out my money. We're going to miles, remember? Then my next conversion factors, we have 15 miles per gallon. So we want gallons in the denominator. So 15 miles. And then it takes 1 gallon of gas, is what that is saying, to get 15 miles. Okay, so now I've reached the unit I desire. We're going to multiply straight across. So we have 40 times 15. That gives me 600. Divided by, looks like $1.80. And we get 333.3 repeating miles. So that's how that 40 bucks will take them that many miles. Okay, let's pause the video, and then when we come back, we'll do these together. Okay, let's get started. I have my little cheat sheets in front of me. We're going from 50 miles to inches. So let's see if I can fit it under here. So I'm starting at 50 miles. I'm headed to inches, and let's get going. So we know we need to use feet. And so I'm going to do 1 mile, goes in the bottom, is the same as 5,280 feet. And then we can convert feet to inches. 1 foot is 12 inches, and there's our goal. Okay, so we're going to multiply straight across and divide by 1. So we have 50 times 5,280 times 12 is, I'm going to write it first, then I'll read it. So 3,168,000 inches. Now we have 120 teaspoons, and we want to get to gallons. I don't know how long of a bridge we need to make. So let's look at our little cheat sheet here. Hopefully I have all the information I need here. So we have teaspoons, and there are 3 teaspoons is 1 tablespoon. So 3 teaspoons is 1 tablespoon. And then it gives us the tablespoon. 2 tablespoons is 1 fluid ounce. And then we have 8 ounces. 8 fluid ounces is 1 cup. Wow, this is a long, long bridge. And then we know 2 cups is 1 pint. And then we know 2 pints is 1 quart. And then finally, 4 quarts is 1 gallon. Wowzer. So we have all this going across, which is 120 times all these ones. And then we have 3 times 2 times 8 times 2 times 2 times 4. I'm going to use a calculator here. And I got 768, so we're going to divide 120 by that. So we knew we would have a decimal because we were going from teaspoons to gallons, 0.15625 gallons. Okay, now 80 miles per 1 hour, and we want to go yards per minute. So let's deal with the miles first, and we're going to yards. So actually there is a conversion. I'm going to look at my little sheet of so 1 mile equals 1,760 yards. So that was one nice conversion factor that we only had to use. Now let's do hours to minutes. So we know 1 hour is the same as 60 minutes. And wow, we're done with that. So we have yards per minute. So on the top, we're going to multiply 80 times 1,760. That gives us 140,800 divided by 60. And we're going to round this to 0.7 there. And now we're going to go to 12 liters. That's an L, guys. And we're going to gallons. So depending on what unit conversions you have, let's see what I have here. 12 liters to gallons. Liters. Okay. I have this 1 liter. So 1 liter is about 1.0567 quarts. So now that I'm in quarts, I know that there are 4 quarts in 1 gallon. And so now I just need to multiply straight across. So 12 times 1.0567. And then we divide it by the 4. And we get about 3.1701 gallons. And that is it, guys.